Hello YouTube, this is going to be a review and cold start video of my 1996 Chevrolet Cheyenne 3500 or K3500 snow removal plow truck. Work truck. It has a Fisher plow on it. On this plow, it has the light and bracket that's attached to the frame. Permanently installed, basically, and the plow itself only connects with chains and hydraulic lines, and the up and down hydraulic is always connected because it's a pump. Hydraulic pump is driven off the engine belt instead of an electric pump like a modern plow. It's got winter tires, about 80% tread left. This truck was originally white, and the last owner put these guards around the wheels because of the rust, lots of rust on it, and I put that lock on the tank, and he painted it with red plastic dip. Chevrolet Cheyenne. So let's do a cold start. I replaced the seat with one that still has a tear in it, but it was originally deep red, ugly red like that, and had a piece about the size of my butt missing from the seat. So let's close this. So turn it to the on position. You can hear the glow plugs. I don't know if you can hear them, but when I got it, it only had one glow plug that was still attached with the wire, and that was still working. They were all original glow plugs. It has 271,936 kilometers on it, which is about 150,000–160,000 miles. Original, and the glow plugs are original on it. So I got 8 of them. 6 of them came out after a few hours of work and taking out the fenders. I was able to replace it. 2 of them were stuck in. One of them I was able to still wire up and test it. It was still okay, still worked. The other one, the end of the wire snapped off, and the end of the glow plug was snapped off and was stripped. So I have either 6 or 7 glow plugs that are working out here. I installed a boost gauge, but then this stupid boost line, I can't even see it, it's a white line, snapped from the cold when I kicked it by mistake. I installed temperature gauge as well, because this one goes from 100 to 250 degrees Fahrenheit, and this one goes from 70 degrees Celsius to 125. That goes from about 145 degrees to 280 degrees or something like that. So that's a stupid gauge in my opinion. I'm going to cycle glow plugs again because I did not have it plugged in overnight, and it's currently about minus 10 degrees Celsius outside, or about, I don't know, 15 degrees, 10 degrees, something like that Fahrenheit. Usually starts up within a few seconds. Before I did the glow plugs, it took a long time to start, but now it's a rough idle for the first few seconds. The exhaust was rotted out, so I put a straight pipe going directly from the downpipe from the turbo, going to right behind the cab, and then a little 90 degrees. And then we're in Quebec, so we don't have annual inspection if the car is from Quebec and weighs less than 6,000 pounds. This does. That's why you don't see a lot of trucks that are old from Quebec, because they weigh more than 6,000 pounds or so, 3,000 kilos, and you need inspection every 6 months, and they won't pass. So this one, yeah. But it runs. I have the mandatory yellow light installed. I have this magnet mount CP antenna mount with the PA, and I have a long 102-inch width antenna which I'm selling because it's just too tall, 102 inches on top of my truck, and it hits all the tunnels. It might be sold by then, but yeah, it just has the ball mount, the metal brackets and everything, and I just drove into the bed and had it installed there. This is my counterweight. I have 5 bags of gravel, some stones. I have about 600 pounds of weight in the back, mostly on top of the axles in the frame I built. so that it counterweights. It's still not, I don't think it's enough counterweight. There's an aftermarket bumper installed for snow removal, so you know, because the old one either broke off or they do break off in time. It has a class 5 hitch with trailer 7-pin lights, and it has air suspension. And it has air suspension, as you can see over there. Airbag suspension, you put it in plates. The problem you're seeing with the truck, when you look at it like this, why the left side is more down, is because, actually when I got it, I didn't realize this, one of the leaves in the leaf springs was actually broken. See it from here? You can't really see it. The middle leaf is just snapped. So, yeah, it does that. I replaced the shocks in the back and the front with these Gabrielle Ultra shocks from Amazon in the States, and they actually have coils on them as well. On the actual struts, they have coils, kind of like a coilover. So I got the coils and I have the leaf springs. Hopefully it's okay, but yeah, it's still never balanced right. I mean, this tailgate opens, closes, lights work. Yeah, still white smoke, usually calms down when it warms up above 100 degrees. Engine. What else have I got here? Got my CD radio with mount, has weather radio, I have a PA, as I said, connected. It's a pretty short cab if you ask me. Oh, it's got 4x4, low high, the K-Series 4x4. My light's this Amazon light, so it has two. Turn it on, and then you can turn on the, you can switch the differences. You can switch between the two modes, between just a strobe and a twisty type of thing on the LED light. Yeah, I always have some antifreeze in here because it was low when I got it, but it doesn't seem to be leaking or burning any, so I just added some. It takes a lot of that. I have ATF fluid, because originally my two hoses on the Fisher plow were leaking. Those two hoses, and I replaced them with ones actual Fisher parts. Pretty expensive, about 50 bucks a hose, and an extra $25 for each fitting on the end. So quick disconnect fittings. So yeah, those hoses were leaking bad. And now that I got the hoses stopped leaking, the up and down cylinder is good, and the right cylinder is good, the left cylinder is leaking out of the seals. But just ever slightly only when I use it. I'll show you now. Let's pop the hood. Diesel engine. Got your starting battery and your electronics battery. Regular coolant, AC line, normal stuff. And then you have your secondary belt going to your hydraulic system pump. Meter. I will use a little line in there just to use the level. And a little adjustment plate, and a secondary pulley coming off the crankshaft on there. And then you have your hydraulic valve control unit right there. And all the hydraulic lines and electric lines coming through the bumper, through here, and for the plugs for the lights. When it's running, you have these lights on mostly, and then you have the bottom lights. The headlights, only this one works, the high beam doesn't come on, the high beam doesn't come on here. Yeah, I have some stuff installed. On this one, I did all the stuff you need to do to the 6.5 turbo diesel. Basically, I have the PMD relocation right there. I have the turbo cover, I still have it, but I have it off of the engine, so it gets more airflow over. Occasionally I can put it on in the winter. I drilled and tapped my juice line in. And then I have a temperature gauge after around 50, so where the factory one was. And a line going also to the tab. Yeah, as I said, the glow plugs, I just did the glow plugs. You have to take off all this stuff, take off the fender to get to them on this side. That side, if I didn't have my hydraulic pump, it would be easy. Because I had all the lines in the way, I was still able to get there with my hand, but it was a pain to take those out when I got them out. Okay, the one that's stuck is actually the one all the way in the front. We just want to get the right behind all meter over there. The glow plug. The batteries are 2 years old and it's still good. Yeah, so this pump, this truck has 3 different types of fuel pumps. It has a tank fuel pump, like normal trucks and cars. And then it has a pusher pump, a pusher fuel pump under the door jamb, right on the bottom of the cab. And then it has your injection pump, which is right there. And so basically, I replaced the tank fuel pump and the pusher fuel pump when I got it. So it only has the original injector pump, which I don't know if the guy tuned it or not, but basically it's tuned off the check engine light saying injection timing. So I don't know exactly what that is, but it's running and no white smoke or black smoke once it warms up. These mirrors on the side of these trucks are really, really cheap, and I had our branch fall on it from this tree over here. You can see the branch is missing over there, and it just fell in the mirror and they knocked it right off, so I had to replace that one. Also on this Fisher minute mount pump, I think it's a minute mount at least, I had to replace a few of these pins on top. Yeah, it should be ready for a season. There it is. Let's go inside again. You'll be able to see temperature gauge. Hopefully temperature went up a bit now. I locked my fuel tank because people are going around stealing fuel when you have $120 of gas in a diesel in the tank. It's a lot of money for somebody to take. Yeah, manual windows, manual locks on this thing. See just about 100 degrees, so we're not even really warm yet. I'll show you the operation of the Fisher. This is the old type. Just up, down. It's pretty slow. With a 4-inch pulley on, you can put a 6-inch pulley, it'll go faster. Down, back up. See? Slow. Right. Left. That's pretty slow, especially when it's cold out. As the fluid warms up, it starts moving faster, and give it a little gas. Where's it? Is it brake on pushing? No, so let's push on the brake. A little gas. Moves a lot faster. As you see, I just have my check engine light off for that injection issue. Besides for that, oil's reading normal, tanks so far reading almost accurate, voltmeter's almost accurate, radio works.
Raises things up to +1.
But one of the speakers in the corner there, I think there's 4 speakers, is busted, it's really fuzzy. AC does not work in this truck, however heat does once it starts getting warm. It's just over 100 now, so yeah. And yeah, I had to clean out leaves from there. If you got these K3500 or even 1500, there's no cabin air filter, and you get leaves and dirt and grime stuck in that blower housing. You take it apart, scoop it out, vacuum it out, get it to blow good again, put it back together, and we're good. Interesting type of couplers over here on this K3500s. Yeah, as I said, the 4x4 works nice. I got my nice gauges I needed now, so this truck is ready for work. I got a Broadway window, a mirror, so I could see a nice amount out the back. That's my view with my 2 wires coming through directly through the cab. I drilled holes to come through. It's a nice truck overall. I put this aftermarket steering wheel cover on because it was falling apart. This has the gel memory foam, so it's a real nice comfortable grip and doesn't get too cold in the winter. But right now it's not even cold and it's freezing out, so definitely a nice feature to have. And this is a nice truck when it's running and driving, but it takes a lot of work to get into this. But once you're at this space, you know, this 6.5 diesel, it should be good for at least 450,000 kilometers. The body-wise, the body's full of rot. The frame, it's solid all the way through, besides for one cross member of the frame coming right where this cab ends. Cab meets the bed. There's one subframe member that rotted out, and it's very thinly held together. And it's actually one of the 3 cross members holding the gas tank up. Besides for that, the actual frame is solid. The cab corners rotted out, the rockers rotted out, there's nothing left. I just cut them off. As you can see, if you look down, that's just clean cut on the rockers, so it's just the floor right there. You can even see that it's pretty rotted. Frame is solid, suspension's good. Steering on this thing is terrible. It's an old truck, you know. When I put on a lift, the 2 front wheels, they just wobble for the tie rods. Ball joints are still good, so it doesn't wobble up and down, or the bearings. It only wobbles side to side. 15-inch tires, so they're not crazy expensive. But they're 8-lug rims, and they need torquing down tight. And it's a heavy-duty truck, made for heavy-duty stuff. I think it was used for towing again. I have the brake controller right. You guys can see it. There it is. I still can't see it. Right here is a brake controller. Brake controller right there for the 7-pin brakes in the back. Nice and toasty now in the cabin. As you can see, temperature slowly rising. Slowly. But yeah, usually the operating temperature is about between 180 and 210, so I'd say about, I don't know, 190, which should be where that gauge is at, but that gauge doesn't work. It didn't work when I got it, or worked, but it took forever to get up to like 80, so I just replaced it with this one. It's much more accurate. Even this one starts at 100, and you saw it took at least 5 to 10 minutes to get up to 100 degrees. Now it's warming up a little quicker. Try to heat off, it's actually getting toasty in here. Yeah, it's a nice diesel truck. No cruise control. It has ABS. The ABS actually works in this, which is amazing. ABS works in this GM truck of this era. But yeah, that's it. Just want to make a nice review of this truck and say all the good for me so far. You know, if something happens bad, something major breaks on it, I'm gonna update you guys. But as of now, it's treating me really well. Again, this new seat is really much more comfortable and doesn't have the huge rip in it. Like, you like that color or this color? This seat made all the difference. It has headrest. The other one didn't have headrest. The seat's from a '98 Suburban, so yeah, it's much better seat. Eventually from a '98 Suburban fitting inside a '96 K3500. But yeah, everything else pretty much worked in this truck actually. So it's a nice truck, and they're good work trucks. Hopefully. You know, I have my counterweights, I have my plow, my Fisher plow in front. Good parts. Hopefully it's all going to work. Anyways, if you want to make any more YouTube videos, just comment below.